Good morning. In our last period, we have discussed the short run production function with the help of the law of variable proportions. Now, let us try to analyze another important law of production to analyze the long run production function. Long run production function is very well analyzed with the help of the laws of returns to scale. It is another important law which analyzes the production function in the long run. So what this law states? This law states that when other things being equal, when we increase all the inputs in equal proportion in the long run, there will be three stages on production. Effect on production will be at three stages. So one is increasing returns to scale. Here, total production increases at an increasing rate. Suppose let us consider two factors A and B. Initially, we have employed one factor A and two factors B. B factors 2, A factor 1. 1 is to 2. When we increase these two factors A and B in equal proportion, that is 2 is to 4, total production will become 18 units. 8 became 18. 8 is to 18 means 1 is to more than 1. Isn't it? So total production increases at an increasing rate. This is increasing returns to scale. So how such things happen? During first stage of production, the producer can enjoy all the advantages of large scale production because he will expand his unit. He will increase factors of production, along with he will increase his plants, equipments, machines, tools, etc. So he can enjoy all the advantages of large scale production, such as division of labor, large scale capital investment, minimum cost of production, managerial economies, financial economies, marketing economies, technical economies, etc. So these are the various advantages of large scale production, and total production during first stage will increase at an increasing rate like this. 1 is to 2 will become 2 is to 4. When factors are increased in equal proportion, the effect on production could be observed like this. Here during first stage, increasing returns to scale would occur. Then the second stage of effect on production will be constant returns to scale. Here once again, if we increase the factors in equal proportion, the effect on production can be observed like this: 8 units and 16 units. Here proportionate increase in total output will also be the same. 8 became 16. Once again, this ratio will become 1 is to 2. So when we increase the factors of production in equal proportion, there will be constant returns to scale, where the increase in production can be observed in equal proportion. Here there will be neither the advantages of large scale production nor the disadvantages of large scale production. Due to this reason, there will be constant returns to scale. There will be neither the advantages nor the disadvantages of large scale production. During third stage, diminishing returns starts to operate. If the producer go on increase the factors of production in equal proportion, once again 1 is to 2 and 2 is to 4 means the producer has increased his factors of production in equal proportion. But total production increases but at a diminishing return. 8 became 14. It means 1 is to less than 2. Here 1 is to greater than 2. 1 is equal to 2. and here 1 is less than 2. 1 is to less than 2 will be the proportion. So here 8 became 14. It means diminishing returns starts to operate. So in the long run, if the producer go on increase his variable factors in equal proportion, then the effect on production will start to diminish and he has to face the diminishing returns to scale. So when all inputs are increased in equal proportion, the effect on production will be at these three stages. Stage 1, increasing returns to scale. Stage 2, constant returns to scale. And stage 3, diminishing returns to scale. The same schedule can be represented with the help of this particular diagram. So this AD curve, this entire curve represents total production curve. It has three portions: AB portion, BC portion and CD portion. AB portion represents increasing returns to scale, where total production increases at an increasing rate. During second stage, BC portion represents constant returns to scale. Here, total production increases in equal proportion, as I have shown in this particular table. The CD portion of the total production curve represents diminishing returns. So here, total production increases at a diminishing rate. In this table, you can observe 8 became 14. So total production increases at a diminishing rate. You can observe the increase in factors and increase in output, that is total production, and compare both the proportions. We can have all the three stages on production. So here CD portion represents diminishing returns to scale. So in this way, we have all these production functions, and a producer should possess an in-depth knowledge of all these production functions and how he has to combine various factors of production, how he has to arrange and rearrange his inputs so as to get the desired level of output by enjoying minimum cost of production, and so that he can enjoy higher income and profit. So every producer would like to enjoy maximum profit. This can be possible only when he arranges his inputs in such a way that he is able to achieve cost effectiveness on the one hand, and by adopting all the techniques, by enjoying large scale production, division of labor, and all the economies of scale. With this, he can carry his business with great success by enjoying higher income and profit. Okay, thank you.